There's the problem, the voice of the people, and the problem is the voiceless, for the voiceless.
Yes,
yeah.
Today is Saturday,
Yeah.
July the 15th,
Yeah.
2017, and it's the 72nd birthday of President David Granger. But it has all been overshadowed by events. We saw the burning down of the Camp Street jail and escape by dangerous criminals who are still at large.
Yes.
So there's not much for him to celebrate at this time.
That's true.
But we had called attention to several deficiencies in the prison system, in the judicial system too. And we had mentioned that the prison was overcrowded. There were too many people there who were being put away for 3 years for just having a small ganja possession. And we also said that those guys who were there for murder and so on, they should not be kept there.
Kind of hung.
Yeah, they should be in Mazaruni,
Mazaruni.
on the maximum security.
What are you doing out at the Camp Street jail?
Yes, and not they should not be mingling with the ordinary prisoners,
right.
or mixing with them. So anyhow,
They are condemned, drunk.
Yes. And so it is a serious situation, and we'll invite further comments from our colleagues here and the people out there. Now, also the sugar industry. We saw Alfred Boulay wrote in yesterday's paper. He said, if Gawu, Komal Chan and company think that it's a viable thing, but let take it over. You know, let them run it. Let them get the private investors.
Komal is the man who sued me for $50 million.
Yes.
$50 million. Komal.
Yes.
Not Komal Chan, Boulay.
No, Komal Chan sued him.
$50 million. Yeah, sued me $50 million. Yes.
Yeah. And we see what's happening in Brazil. They also reported that there's been a steep decline in sugar and oil prices over the last 6 months. And it has diminished the hope of financial recovery for a number of Brazilian mills. So a lot of people are being affected. So let Komal Chan get the investors to come and take over the sugar industry. If let Gawu do that. So it's a very serious situation out there. And we see already they're reducing the penalties for people who committed offenses here, so as to ease the situation in the jail. We saw in yesterday's paper, a 26-year-old man was fined $10,000 in order to do 2 months of community service after pleading guilty of cultivating 3 marijuana plants.
3
marijuana plants. And when people were caught with just a utensil, they'll be getting 3 years. So we see a great difference here in the penalties now in the judicial system. So it is really, maybe then they're waking up a bit late.
Cocaine out, 200 pound cocaine, 50 pound cocaine.
No, cocaine is a serious matter. I would not ease the pressure there at all. But I think marijuana, they overdid it with marijuana. Cocaine is a different cup of tea. And
the Americans are dictating what we should do and not what we shouldn't do.
Yes.
You know that.
Well, we have got to stand up.
We get your turn to talk. That's all right. Good.
And but CNB. We have contributed a lot. The Justice for All party, and we're not getting our fair share.
Right,
we're not being consulted. I don't know. They have so many security experts. All those Brigadier Collins, Best. So many people around. Best is environment, but then again, the environment with the jail. I don't know.
Why you think it's strong about the Justice for All party?
Well,
how you see it?
No, we could have contributed because, as I said, we can bring certain skills. They never ask us to contribute in that area. But I think we could have brought our managerial skills to play in making recommendations.
My Justice for All party was controlled region 2, region 4. And it was good. Yes.
Yeah, well, these are, I don't know, but maybe our friend here can elaborate. We've made a serious contribution to the victory of the coalition party. A lot of voters were very or backing the Justice for All party. I don't know what the double PA brought. I don't think they recognize it. They didn't bring much. And Scott's party, I think, had maybe 1 or 2 votes.
You want to not even have.
Maybe 2 votes.
You vote for yourself. And they get a seat.
Yes. So what I'm saying, we need to have a voice in what is happening.
How many WP bring really?
Well, they have Mr. Rupnarayan, but I don't know, like he's not too well, maybe Mr.
We can talk about that.
He can talk about that, but I think they have educated people.
Yeah.
C.Y. Thomas.
Educated, dedicated people. Educated, dedicated people.
Dedicated to.
Dedicated,
And C.Y. Thomas made recommendations in the sugar industry. We have to respect that. So what I'm saying is that if the man at Kawu feels that he can take it over, let him take it over and run it. Yeah.
Now, what you did?
Well, see, and on this goodly Sabbath day, Jah lives, and you know, the first thing we gotta say that it's the month or the period of fire, because we're in the sun sign. It's a fire judgment playing out in this country. In fact, today is also, apart from President Granger's birthday, is also the 6th anniversary of APNU. Today is the 6th anniversary to come together of APNU.
Yeah.
Right? And things are a little bit shaky right now because, well, you're being confronted by fire and flood, water and fire. That's serious judgment.
Powerful.
So it's a serious sign of judgment. Because look, as a Rasta man, personally, I mean, the fire was bad, real bad. The escape of the prisoners, traumatic. But to be honest with you, you know what I said? Fire upon Rome. You understand what I'm saying? And Babylon shits them has to burn. Now, a prison is the highest example of oppression or suppression or repression in a country, but it's also the highest example of Babylon's control through coercive forces. It is a necessary something, but at the same time, a lot of people get incarcerated wrongfully and are arraigned wrongfully. One good thing that has come out as far as some of us are concerned out of this whole situation, that some people are free on the road again because they might have been in jail under dubious circumstances. The guy who's on the run, the mastermind, they claim, Smalley, the Rasta man, the dreadlock man, some calling him a freedom fighter already. I don't know why. But they're saying that because of his actions and their actions,
he get freedom. Yes.
Other people are now free on the road. So in a perverse sense, he has caused the freedom of others, even though a whole jail had to burn down. Now, what we got to do with that jail is turn it into a museum, like what they probably did in Barbados at Glendale Prison. Yeah, because we can bring a lot of tourists to see that prison. People, ex-offenders from foreign come and go through for see where they've been in cell block.
So there's a tunnel down there.
Yeah, they could sell prison bread. The point is, the jail has got to move. It doesn't make sense putting back the jail right there. We need to take it up the highway. Right? That's the future.
Lagwan is the right place.
But still, we got to look at
Lagwan is the right place.
Okay, Lagwan. But the other thing is that they say the remand prisoners need to be in proximity to the courts, that 10 courts. That be so as it may. But that prime real estate, they need to sell that land to Exxon, get some money from Exxon, build a new jail somewhere else, and let Exxon throw up a nice high rise.
What you intend to achieve and this your party?
What's that?
What you intend to achieve?
With what?
With its party, or you say your farm?
My party, Healing the Nation Theocracy Party, it is still alive and kicking. And
what do you intend to achieve?
Two seats, and then we become the balance of power and the power brokers, and then maybe in 2020 you'll have a Rasta president, because that is possible. Look, A&R Robinson, no, listen to me, with NAC, became president of Trinidad and Tobago with one seat.
So what BK intend to achieve?
BK, oh, he's a good man. Here why he's a good man. He's the honorary consul for Spain, and he hosted the,
He wants to become president?
His Excellency Fernando Garcia Casas, who is the ambassador of Spain to Guyana.
He did invite
and also His Excellency Javier Maria Cabajosa Sanchez, who is the Secretary of State for Spain. They had meetings here. With,
Didn't they invite you anybody?
Justice Paul was invited.
I was invited to the reception. They had that news.
But you're not just right.
He's PR. He's PR.
You're PR man for Justice.
Okay, well,
For
what I will do,
Tawari.
let them know that JFA is a player and they ought to be at the table whenever certain important things happen.
Next time.
Now, what has happened out of this delegation? This delegation, this Spanish delegation now is willing to foster closer ties in trade and investment in Guyana. They're going to help the indigenous community. They're going to help with flood situation. They're going to help in ecotourism. The Spanish or the Spaniards have pledged to work with Guyana to help boost our development, and that's a very good thing. And I would say big up to Mr. BK because he hosted a nice vibe. Yesterday we went
I don't know who was. Me and I never see who was it.
What specific trade?
I don't know.
The trade, I think they want to try to still get rice to Spain.
Rice to Spain?
Yeah.
Rice to Spain, at what price?
Hold on.
And,
What time just now? Yes.
Also, they want to areas that are tourism, ecotourism.
Yes.
We went to Kaitour yesterday. They were flabbergasted and totally blown away by Kaitour. And they want to help in that regard to develop our ecotourism possibilities. Now, the other thing we want to look at quickly, oil contracts should be made public.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's going to end up like the parking meter situation. Yeah. The only thing we can't chase ExxonMobil like we chase the other set of people. They got too much money. I want to big up some people in the community who are doing great things. Karen Fable of Prashad Nagar.
Why you want to pick them up?
Because they have done something called self-help.
What they have done?
They have built their own culvert in Prashad Nagar. They're waiting on the government and the municipality to do things.
Karen D'Souza?
No, Karen Fable. She has brought together members of the community. They've donated money and they built their culvert in Prashad Nagar. I want to also big up Malcolm Ferreira and Heston Boswick.
Why you want to big up
why?
What do you want to big up?
Why bigging up Malcolm Ferreira? And we can't get something settled with
They are using the initiative as leaders on the ground to mobilize the people to do things for themselves. They built a new health center. They make the municipality build a new health center in Balboystone, and they also built a bridge at Bar Street. Now, those are things that are good that people have got to do. Now, today, Alien Pompey International Track and Field is happening at Lenora. And y'all got to go and support Guyanese athletes because a brethren just get silver medal at international meet. Now, Lula got jailed for 9 years.
What?
No, he's not jailed.
Well, he's on bail, but he got jailed on the force of 5 counts or 5 charges. And if Lula, the most popular politician of this century, could be jailed, Barrett Jagdee has got to look out. No, I'm serious. Lula couldn't do no wrong. Lula got jailed because of this Petrobras Operation Car Wash. A lot of corruption, laundering, money laundering, and this kind of thing. And Temo, this actual president, he on tenterhooks right now because they're looking to put him in jail too, right? Apparently, a lot of things went down in Brazil.
You got to watch yourself.
No, well, me, the Almighty Don Gata in his jail. I'm a prisoner of love, a prisoner of the Most High. Rastafari. Now, the Ganja bill and constitutional reform. Those are 2 things we got to be looking at seriously because, see, what has happened to the jail is a judgment fire. Because after the coalition promised to do something about decriminalizing ganja and reviewing sentences, they start putting more people in jail. And then next thing you know, the whole jail burned down. Constitutional reform. We're going to talk about that a little later in the day.
Dr. Rama, what you like to say? We got to get out of here, but everybody know these days is a doctor now.
You have honored me, so thank you very much.
Dr. Rama.
For putting that honor. Remember, I came on the program 10 years ago.
10 years ago, that's right.
And you were the first man who criticized VAT.
Yeah, VAT, yes.
And you had a long big demonstration against it.
That's right.
This government said that they will get rid of VAT before the election. Did you remember that? Or they will reduce it drastically.
Yes.
But it's only been reduced by 2%.
I was the first one 10 years ago. 17 people started 100%.
Okay.
100%.
I want to come back to my mantra, which is law and order.
Yes.
And you can see that law and order, we're in a state of crisis.
Anarchy.
We are in a state of crisis, and we have to accept that. If you were living in England, for instance, in the United Kingdom, the Minister of Home Affairs would have had to resign. I'm telling you, he would have had to resign voluntarily. You don't have to force him to resign. No. He would have had to resign. In any civilized society, when your main jail burned down, when you have had 16 people killed in the last one, and then you had
a year before
a commission of inquiry, which clearly states what you should do, and you're not doing it, right? And you are the CEO for that company, which is the Minister of National Security, and you're doing it. You're sitting it on your hand.
What do you think should be done?
The man should, with grace, resign. Simple.
The man has grace.
No, I said with grace. With grace. he would resign.
Yeah.
He should fall on his sword.
And I am saying it publicly so that I am here on this program on my own volition.
Yes.
I here represent no political
Yes.
party here or nobody.
You don't
here.
represent WP?
No, I don't represent anybody here.
So why you say that?
I am speaking here. No. I am speaking here in my own capacity. Or whenever
So what about the WP?
WP is alive.
We
Very much
like
alive.
this in America or
The
Canada?
WP is going to make a statement about this prison breakout. Right? And you should do that too. So that you, as the leader for the Justice for All Party,
WP, member.
their members,
Leader.
WP leader,
Leader,
WP has a co-leader, man. They have a co-leader.
But
have a
it's
code.
an aging leadership.
What you should be doing is join with the WP, all right? So that you can have a better coalition. Look, remember, don't forget that you are effectively a member of the APNU. You are the founder member.
Yes.
You are a founder member of the APNU,
yes.
which is the future. You know, the APNU is the future.
Yes.
That is the future because coalition government is here to stay. It is not a fake. Don't bother what Jagdev them saying. They made up something called PPPC. I don't want to call it what the C means on the television. PPPC. I don't want to say what it means on television.
Yeah.
But if I was a PPPC, you know, Heinz and who else they had there as PPPC?
Odinga Lumumba.
All these kind of people. The PPPC. The APNU is a genuine coalition.
Yes.
It has to develop.
Say that again.
And it
Yes.
has to develop and
Yes.
it has to make space.
Yes.
That's why the meeting on the 22nd is a very important meeting because it will lay the basis to consolidate the coalition. Don't bother the AFC. You see, well, I just said that. You
Why you
probably
say that?
didn't hear. Because they're not the future. Can't you see that? You want anybody to get torchlight to see that? Look. Let me be, we are here on this program
Yes.
to tell the truth.
Yeah.
The
What should you want?
justice for all. So the ordinary
Yeah,
people who are
okay.
there,
Yes.
right, get an opportunity.
Yeah.
Because it's the only program in the
Yeah.
whole country
Yeah.
where the ordinary person, regardless of where part of the country is, or people who are listening abroad,
Yes.
can phone in. Once they're not abusive to you, me, or the other brothers there, they can make their point on the issues that are on the table. All right?
Yes.
We have changed this program in the sense that people don't have to come and all the time and talk about their problems.
Okay.
They can go to the Minister
Yes.
Sharma,
Yes.
right, and they get their problem solved. Everybody knows that.
Yes.
They can call Minister Sharma, and he looks after their problem, or he recommends them to go to some other minister. So the whole fixture of the program has changed as a result of this new government. And we have to have a balance here, Leon, because the president is doing more than his full share. This president was brought to power because of the breakdown in law and order in this country. Look, it could have been worse had it not been that the president took total control of the security of that jail. And unfortunately, one person got killed, that was a prison officer. And I think we should really say that, send condolence to those people, his relatives who died, and I hope that the government,
So I got to say.
I hope that the government will compensate
It's 2 years
them.
after when I get the radio station.
We'll come to that just now.
Yeah.
Come to that just now. You see, the necessity to get that national reach,
Yeah.
it's a discrimination in law, because you haven't done anything wrong. Your station hasn't done anything wrong,
Not
and
wrong.
you have made an application, a license.
16 years ago.
Yes, and you've done another. You've reapplied for
Reapply
it under this
3 times I
government,
reapply.
and it's not happening.
Not
I think
yet.
that's one of the things you need to raise when you come to the meeting on the 22nd. The whole question of freedom of expression and the right of people in Linden and other parts of this country to hear what you are saying.
Yes.
Right? It's been unequal now.
Yeah.
That you are not able. Jagdev everybody can hear him
Yeah.
because he buy over 20.
Yes.
Channel 28, he got a newspaper,
If
and then the Mirror
newspaper.
newspaper, front page of the Mirror newspaper, Jagdev on prison tragedy. Jagdev forgot that it was him and the PPP, after 23 years, have not done a single thing to reform the justice system in this country. Remember, they withdrew from the British intervention trying to reform the justice and security system in this country, and they gave them money. It was this government that reintroduced, called back the British and say, hey, look, help us. Help us in this crisis that Jagdev then put us in. So how Jagdev can put, I don't understand. I hope some callers can try and explain to us the chaos that we have inherited. And look, I am not defending this government. That's why I say that Mr. Ramjatan should honestly resign. And get somebody put there because he's not doing this work. Because he's not doing the work.
What kind of work you do?
Let me tell you what he's not doing.
What are you doing?
The security of a country is very important for people coming from abroad and invest. All right? You need stability. That's why I am harping on this question of law and order. Because if you don't have law and order, see, Leon, look at me like that. You cannot attract investors.
You're telling the goat man is not no good?
What?
The goat man.
The goat man, Rohit.
Goat man, Rohit.
No, Ramjatan is a decent man. Let's don't compare. You can't compare. Ramjatan is a decent man. He's morally upright and all that kind of thing. But he's incapable of managing security. You see, home affairs have changed.
He's incompetent.
Yes, he's incompetent.
He should have been an attorney general.
Look, the man who should have been put there, and you may disagree with me, is a man called Winston, what's his name? Felix, as a police officer. Right? He may have his bad ways and other ways that people talk about. But when it comes to actually managing the situation, the crisis that we have.
So there should be an exchange of portfolio then? Felix goes to public security and Ramjatan goes to citizenship.
What Mr. Granger did with Rupert Rupnarayan, in the view of other people, is not a fair thing. It's not a fair thing. And Mr. Ramjatan should have been redeployed. Ramjatan should be redeployed to the same ministry. Ministry of Ministry.
But has he gone about for treatment?
To control, yes.
But the Director of Prisons, Gladwin Samuel, shouldn't he be held culpable too?
And Mr. Sharma, you know, sometimes you're unfair to people. Let me explain something.
Why be unfair now?
You're unfair. It was Rupert Rupnarayan that he made a great input with you. So you must not underestimate other people's input. It was him who stood in 2011 election that caused the APNU that was born that year to get a significant lift and brought about changes in this country. You were part of that. That was how Jaipal Sharma became. That's how you got the first seat in Parliament. You seem to forget these things.
But he's not
Don't forget
his
that.
contribution.
No. But nobody. By saying that about.
He's saying he's seriously
No.
ill.
Listen, let me explain. By saying that, you are belittling the man's contribution. You're belittling his contribution. Dr. Rupert Rupnarayan made a very valuable contribution to the bringing about of the APNU, which you are an effective partner. Give his jacket.
Effective?
No, listen to me. You have been sleeping, Mr. Sharma. You know, you had all kinds of problems, all kinds of
sleeping partner?
No, you've been ill, all kinds of difficulties. Caused by the PPP. No, but listen, man.
Yes.
You are the leader of a political party, right? This man is the co-leader of another party. He's your ally. He's not your enemy. So you should be working with him inside the coalition.
That's why he's concerned.
Let me explain this for the purpose of our viewers. The APNU is a coalition. Well, everybody gets it. You've been ill, man. You've been ill. You've been lie down. People say you're dead and all kind of thing, right? Sharma dead and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. But you have arisen from the dead, and now you're still here. You're like Jesus Christ.
Like Lazarus.
Lazarus, yes. So you are here, still fighting and struggling in a different form, and you have to take credit for that because you could have been having a permanent stroke and we would have come and see you.
So when we see
but now you're here with us.
So Sharma is life after death.
And we still enjoy your company.
Yes, definitely.
We still enjoy your company.
And his wit.
And thousands of people outside here who are listening to this program, locally and internationally. One last thing I need to. One last thing I need to talk about, which is about law and order.
Again.
No, I got a letter. You see, last week I didn't get a letter.
But
this is a letter from the minister.
Yeah, which minister?
Minister Bulkan, giving back giving back authority, rightfully, to the Hydroni Good Hope Neighborhood Community Council, Democratic Council. This was taken away from the council by the PPP. Imagine this is a PPP control council, Hydroni Good Hope, and they took it away and gave it to the region. This government now has last week given it back to the people of Hydroni. So Parika Market, what you know as Parika Market,
I know Parika Market.
That whole place will be completely reorganized, and visitors coming from abroad, they will be happy to come there because it'll be clean, tidy up. People having the upselling on the roadside, all that will be stopped. They will have to go inside the market and sell their produce. By the way, the judge had ordered that anybody selling on the road, they will be fined and that they will be charged double the amount. So they've got to find themselves. We need order in this country, man. That is what has happened. And Mr. Granger is charged to bring about law and order, and we have to help him
right
do
now,
that.
The president is stressed out right now because he's got so much on his plate.
No, but
he needs help.
That is why he has to get competent
Mike
ministers.
Has a suggestion.
You got Nagamutu sit there, does nothing.
What are you talking about? What is that?
Mike Pasod,
anybody correct me?
Writer.
Correct me.
Mike Pasod has made a
what
suggestion.
does he do?
Here's what he said to your law and order.
The work,
the
work that he is not blatantly doing is giving you a license.
Here the Mike Pasod suggestion. All bandits, if you must rob hard-working citizens, take your loot and make good your escape, but do not maim or kill your victims. This is Kaichuna. If you maim or kill and are caught, there will be a military-style trial. And if found guilty, you will face the firing squad at dawn.
Wait.
The following day, justice will be swift, trial and execution within 48 hours. This law shall expire at the end of 12 months and will be extended only if the Parliament sees the need to do so. What do you say? This is Mike Pasod. Mike Pasod.
Who's Mike Pasod?
He's a Guyanese who lives in the States.
Live in the United States. He's the man that wrote a letter about Anil Nandalal, which Anil Nandalal up to today can't answer.
What's the question he was asked?
The man exposed him for all kinds of things I can't say on this television.
Okay.
This lady's waiting.
Ma'am, please come forward. Let me, what is your view? Come closer, look at here. Stand near next to me. I don't have a chair now, right at this one. But he's got around with the mic connector. Can I tell me what is your name, please?
Pulmati Leslie.
I believe you live?
34 Night.
Occupation?
Self-employed.
What? Good. Why are you here? Why are you here right now?
Me and my sister had a problem. And she tells her daughter for beat me. That how long I tell you for God is sanitary, for closure down, that she's selling and getting money, and she could tell people what they feel like. The next day I went to town, and when I come home, the sanitary come by me, and they closed me down since the 2nd in January. Now last month I go for public assistance book, they disqualify it.
Right.
They said that I was selling and I can't get public assistance. I work it. Now I go in at housing last Monday, and they tell me that I will get a duplex?
Duplex.
A duplex home.
Okay, yes.
For 6 million.
That's right. Wow. And the sheep?
6 million.
That's good.
But she's lucky, man.
And thank God for the coalition government that I get a house.
Very good.
Since 2001 I put in for a home. And now
how many people done that time? What people done?
PPP tell me they're going to give me a land for 500,000.
Yes.
My mother sells her home, and when the letter go there, I didn't get it. When I go in at housing, they said the house lot sell out.
Okay, my.
And Mr. Donald's president,
when you did it?
He tell me 3 million for the house.
What?
For the land.
For the land?
I said when I pay 3 million for the land, what I'm going to build the house with?
Yes.
And this coalition government, I got to thank Mr. Granger for keep up his good work.
Good.
I get a home.
Okay.
Nice.
Thank God.
6 million.
Happy
Thank
birthday.
God for
so
that.
that's a happy birthday.
Which area? Which area?
And
Which
I'm
area?
people- hmm?
Which area?
Better
Good who?
Commerce Lodge.
Commons Lodge. Oh,
right,
yes,
right,
good.
right,
Yeah.
And
Go ahead.
happy birthday to Mr. Granger
What?
and family.
Yeah.
These greetings are coming
Yeah.
from the Leslie, the Durant, the Diabro, and the D'Souza
Yes.
and Lynch family.
Yes.
Have a happy birthday and many more to come.
I would like to ask you one. Why do you came first? Why you came in first?
Every time I come to Mr. Sharma's program, I always get
Results.
justice.
Yes.
And Mr. Sharma would like you to keep up the good work. And I want you to come at Better Hope for see the road and the condition where I'm living in for 32 years.
I'm asking you why you come here first. The first time you ever come here. Why you had come for?
My husband beat me and I went to the police station.
Yes.
And the police tell me I got to get sex with him.
What?
And I go and I get sex
Which
with him.
policeman did say
You
that?
did?
I can't remember his name.
Hold on, and you did go and get sex
Yes,
with
his name Brian, but I can't remember his title.
So you got sex with him?
Yes, I go and get sex with him and he
How
lose.
many? Why you?
He lose my husband.
Oh, he lost husband? Oh, you see?
him? Where was this?
How long was that?
What, 20 years back?
You had to get sex before you get it. Oh my, I'm very sad for that. Yeah.
And now the public assistance, Dr. Harry, give me that money. And
What?
why they want to take it away from me, I don't know.
What about 2 minutes guy get sex with a woman to get that job? Are you going to be in the ministry?
Which man? Who?
Which ministry? Ministry guy get sex. Have sex again.
Me, you know.
You still never the same
You
husband?
can't say it on the program.
You still never your husband?
Yeah.
Okay.
He in America though.
Oh.
He tell me take the home, he and me, and my 5 children go work and pay for it.
Okay. Please sit in. We got take some questions. Please have a chair. Bring a chair, please. For this lady. She got a lot of weight. Come, put your chair. Good.
The thing is, this woman talked about
Yeah,
situation
let
20
me
years
hear what you
ago.
gotta say.
The same situation happened now. Remember last week
Yes,
a
it
woman
happened
come
steady.
and said to a
I
woman
was making
claim from Perico or something that the police said she got to have sex with him
yes.
for him to charge your husband
good,
or,
yes.
or something like that.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
So it's still prevalent.
Yes.
The policemen, they either want a bribe or they want something else.
Okay.
Now, law and order.
Law and order.
That's a serious problem.
Yes.
Because right now a lot of Guyanese are scared
Yes.
that the
Yes.
2002
Yes.
replay could be
Yes.
happening because
Yes.
let's face it, Smalley, this guy Royden, who was sentenced to murder, convicted to death, he has nothing to lose. I've heard that that he wants to get to Navindra Singh, Justice Navindra Singh.
Why?
Because he said it's putting people in jail for 80 years and more. So he said they want to kill Navindra Singh. So Justice Navindra Singh better look out. He should get beefed up security. Yeah, that's serious.
Okay.
Now, a lot of prisoners, when you sentence a man to 80 years in prison and thing, he has no need to be moral anymore. He's going to be evil. He's going to be determined to be free.
Let me not too long. Sanky, what is summary of you with this woman here? Want to have sex with it?
No, well, we don't want that kind of practice.
Yeah.
And the police.
That is wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you condoned it 20 years ago. Why?
No, don't say anything. Let it.
No, let's answer though.
Yeah, like
I say I can get justice,
Yeah.
the police gonna lock you up.
Yeah. Go ahead, yes.
We should not be encouraging that kind of
Yeah.
activity, and there should be deterrent for
So you tell me, how do you feel you had to have sex with a policeman before you get something done? What is your...
But it's the we tell me, you know, I didn't have all of this sense.
What age?
That's 20 years ago.
No,
I was like
14?
13,
No.
13,
13? Or 40?
like 30.
30 years.
I know I was 49 now.
How you feel, by the way, talking live on the program here, how you feel about that right at this time? How you feel about it?
I feel proud.
What?
They must stop.
Okay.
They must stop it. If you go for make a complaint and the
Okay.
police supposed to
You're
go,
not
he's
feeling
supposed
at
to
the
go.
time.
He's supposed to tell you those things.
Somebody
when you're living with somebody.
somebody had a child with this man. Now, what happened now?
He would have got mine it. Or you would have got mine it.
Me?
I want to tell you about this model.
Yes, yes.
It's 2010 model.
Yes, let me 2000.
My nephew Ali Keyboard is in it, and his child mother asked me for help him. I told him I'm going to take you in with a liar, and he hung up the phone on me. He said he ain't going in nowhere.
Yes.
And his mom's, when my mom died, she said she would have taken him. And when I asked her, she said that oh, she don't have no time if the police catches down. And an innocent child get 87 years, they're in prison for that right now.
Wow.
Suffering.
Let me ask you, Fanny, how mature now?
5.
5.
Even they make a mature, I got 12.
Girls or boys?
Wow.
I got 2 girls and 3 boys.
What
How
did the other
old they
7?
now? What is?
The last one is 20. I ain't got mine now.
Okay.
What did the other
Only got
7?
grandchildren. 3 grandchildren.
Okay, ma'am, we'll be in the program next 2-3 minutes. Then we'll live for, we'll get some member of the pub, seeing the people, member of the public. Call you in the hello, hello?
Hi, yes.
Yes, yes.
What I'm saying about what has happened at the prison jail,
Yes.
I'm saying that prisoners got to take consideration in what they would have done. Now, let's take, for instance, they would have done something that I call wrong.
Yes.
And they are in prison.
Yes.
Now, if somebody should do anything to their family, they're going to want them to go to jail.
Yes.
But where you're going to put them now that they inside of there and they burn down the place.
Yes.
And if somebody should do harm to any one of their family, they're going to looking for them to be in prison. But where are you going to take them?
Okay.
I hope that they
Thank you very much.
consider what they would have done.
It's very, very nice to have a female on this program to the advising the people, right? Here?
Okay.
Thank you very much. Call in here. Hello? Hello?
Hi. A very good morning to you, Mr. Sharma.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
What I wanted, my contribution is that I believe the government should come clean pertaining to this fire here.
Yes.
The truth about it is that so many rumors is spreading and nothing is, you know.
What is some of the truth you're talking about?
I heard you.
What is some of the truth you're talking about?
Now, the truth about it is that this guy that runs prison, Mr. Samuels.
Yes.
This guy have a number of records beneath his belt.
Yes.
So, check when he was being awarded as a prison officer.
Okay, I can't remember that.
He was charged already for killing 2 inmates.
What?
That's not only, he was indicted already.
Okay.
They put him back on the bench.
Okay.
After the fire.
Okay.
How many forces lost and like, then they put him back again. Okay. The entire prison burned down.
Yes.
That's not only.
Okay.
I believe Mr. Ramchatan and this guy need to come clean pertaining to what's happening on presently right now. We have over 500 inmates.
What do you think Ramchan can do for this? What did you get done? And did you get done?
What's that?
What did your Ramchan can done about this matter?
Now, it will happen.
Yes.
As a minister of state.
Yes, okay.
Or a minister of security.
Yes.
The first thing he has to do is have inquire about the location immediately. Immediately. He should inquire about locations that could accommodate 40, 60, 100, or 200.
I agree 100% agree with you.
I heard you.
I agree with you 100%. I agree with you.
Well, I think you're clear, Mr. Sharma.
He agrees with you.
100%.
Now, one more thing I'm saying here. Yeah. Now, there are so many things happening that, Mr. Sharma, you got to come clean to. Let me be honest with you, man.
Yes.
I've been looking at job for over 20-something years.
Yes.
And you, the man, is bringing us up to date.
Yes.
With certain clips that you're showing.
Yes.
Now, I'm not satisfied with clips that you're showing.
You don't use them.
20-something years, 14 years ago and everything.
Yes.
We need to see clips about the present moment, the present time that we're living in this country.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes,
Mr.
I understand. Yes.
It's Guyanese, man.
Okay.
We don't want the people going on in Parajack, time and Ramatar and all those things. We need to see what's happening now in our nation.
We got to reflect back to so many things. We got to reflect back so many things that are done.
History.
Mr. Sharma.
Yes.
let me be honest.
Yes.
We Guyanese people look who going on to us.
Yeah.
And everything that's, you know.
Yes.
You need to say, you know, we gotta come clean, man.
Okay.
Thank you very much. We shake hands and greet each other.
Okay.
When we could admit wrong, when we wrong, and be willing to change and change.
Okay then. Thank you, ma'am. Carter, thank you very much. Thank you very much, right? Call in here. Hello?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, yes. Yes.
Mr. Chairman, calling concerning this.
Yes.
The traffic court, the traffic department at the court down.
What happened to the traffic department?
Now the traffic fine was raised from $150 to $7,000 fine by Mr. Green when he was alive.
Yes.
Now, Mr. Sharma, a bus driver, a taxi driver, these magistrates just coming down on you, and if you can't find this money immediately, they remand you to prison. Especially I'm going to call on him and sing. It's very disturbing that we are bus drivers, we working for 14 hours a day to make ends meet.
Yes.
And sometimes the police mock you that day or whatever.
Yes.
And then the next day or the next week they put you before the court.
Okay.
And the magistrate demanding that you find this money. And if you don't find it as a bus driver working, they're putting you in prison.
Okay.
All of these, the things that contributed to the
crime
or down of the prison cars, the magistrate have no discretion. They are living a decent life or they feel that they are good when you appear before them. They don't consider you have families that don't care.
Okay.
Everything they're throwing you in prison, like a simple traffic offense. They don't even want to give you 1 week to pay the fine. They just throw you in prison. I hope that the Honorable Minister, Master Williams, is listening to this program and could shine some light on what's going on.
Attorney General.
No, I want to ask you, Mr. Sharma, or anyone on the panel there.
Yes.
This $7,000 fine that had jumped from $150 to $7,000 fine, is it gazetted? Is it law? Is it right? The police just issue you a ticket to 705?
I have to check that out. We have to check that out. We have to check that out.
Okay, Mr. Sharma.
I got to check it out. What is finding so much?
No, the fine had been raised, and he said if it's gazetted, it has to be gazetted before.
Got to be gazetted
before the police can issue those charges. But he made an important point, and that which is that you cannot just jail people for default in payment. We have to find other ways.
Hold on the line for me, please.
We have to find other ways of dealing with community service, and all these kind of things are important. Are things that we can do to punish people, but not just send them to jail and put bail on them. And 500 people who were in that prison were on petty crimes or issues, and they were on bail, and they couldn't afford to pay the bail, and that's why they found themselves there.
We don't film now in this program. Tell me about some review about the jailbreaker. But tell me some review.
A lot of innocent people in the jail. And I was glad for this. What director of prison?
Gladwin Samuels. Gladwin Samuels.
Gladwin Samuels. To look into the matter. Them petty crime, let them come out of jail.
I don't think he has control over that.
Let them pay a fine or whatever.
It's not about coming out.
And let it come out. Because they got family outside. And then the family out. They got to carry things for them. It ain't easy. And the breadwinner is them in there. And they cannot. The family got to find it for carried for them. That is not right.
Call your name. Hello?
Mr. Sharma, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Mr. Sharma, your panel. Let's get serious about this whole jail.
Yes.
I want to I want Mr. Starr, because Mr. Starr is a roof man.
Yes.
How is it that prison was cordoned off with all those barricades years ago?
Yes.
Can't go through, nobody can't walk through whatnot.
That's right.
It's a set of fear. You guys out there with some long guns.
That's true.
Could you, any one of your panel, tell me how 8 prisoners could have escaped from that jail, and you have all of those you guys around there? I want to be short. I'm asking Mr. Granger to have an immediate inquiry.
Thank you very much.
Into that.
Let me ask, Len, please respond to that.
Well, what can I really respond to? I'm not really in charge of that sector, but what I'm saying is this. The government...
You know a lot of jail people inside here.
Yeah, because they put a lot of people for marijuana in there that ought not to be in jail.
Yes.
And that's the judgment that has come upon this system.
Yes, yes.
You see,
Let's
go to our next level of reasoning. Let's go to a spiritual level now. Because we're looking at things too material and too on the ground. Almighty Jah doesn't sleep. And a lot of people have been praying to him for justice and judgment.
He don't sleep?
He doesn't sleep at all. He's 24/7.
What?
And let me tell you something. Hear this. No, hear this. Hear this.
Yes.
This government has got to take the blame for increasing the incarceration rate for people with marijuana over the last 2 years. Check the records. They've been sending people to jail willy-nilly. And really and truly, it went beyond. And so when you see the jail became so overcrowded, with mainly people on negligible or negligent situation, it had to cause a reaction, and the reaction is spiritual. A lot of us don't look at spiritual things. And really and truly, we are doing things in Guyana that will get spiritual karma. And right now we're undergoing that. The jail is just a symptom. It's just one manifestation that if this government does not really check itself, in 2020 it will face a serious spiritual reaction from the people.
Thank you, sorry, review. Quick review.
On which one?
On the jailbreak.
No, well, we spoke earlier about that. As we said, it was overcrowded. And what is happening though, these guys have the habit of setting fires, and they went to the building opposite, they set fire. They go to Louisiana, they set fire. Why are we prepared for this now? Eventually these guys are going to set fire?
How do you get the matches? How do you get the matches?
No. Something has to be done.
And the fire was set in 4 points in the jail, 4 corners. That is a spiritual connotation. They had to win because they invoked the fire god. I don't know who taught them this. No, I'm serious. I don't know who tell them what to do.
What is the rest of man?
Leon, the man asks you a simple question. You're not answering the question.
What's the question?
He says, surrounding the jail, you had a 24-hour guard with guns all around. How is it that, look, there are some fundamental issues that needs to be answered. One, how is it that people are carrying in things that are not supposed to be in jail? Guns, knives, matches, cigarettes,
92 I had matches
phones. These are questions
cameras there.
These are questions that Mr. Ramjatan must answer. Hold on, let me finish. That's the question the man wants to answer. If you have that tight security, which the taxpayers are paying for,
it's a joke.
If you are not, look, you have to look at this thing, Mr. Sharma, in a holistic manner, not one side of it. Not only the question of security, keeping security at the prison. You raise some of the issues which has to do with marijuana. Ramjatan hoping prison overcrowding concerns will speed up a reform of ganja laws. A whole article here in the today's Tablet News.
That's why he needs to be
That is why I'm saying the man has to go.
Yes.
Because he's sleeping.
Right, at the controls.
Can you imagine? We are paying these guys $700,000 a month.
Plus perks.
Brand new vehicle to drive around, security guards at their homes, and yet they're not performing. What would you do as a CEO with your workers who you employ and not producing?
Knock them off.
They're not delivering.
Knock them off.
Good. Would your boy Tiwari have people around there who are not working?
He doesn't do that at all.
Good.
He gets rid of incompetence.
So that is where we're at the moment. You are employing, you're paying yourself heavy money. You're saying that you left your legal work, your lawyer work, and you become minister, and therefore we, the taxpayers, must pay you more money, 50% more than what you used to get. But then you're not delivering the damn thing. So what are we supposed to do?
There's no renewed call from us.
Are you going to tell me that we must keep him there? Tell me, you tell me.
There's no renewed call from us for prison reform in a very serious manner.
Exactly.
Prison reform.
Exactly.
Now, next thing. The people have got to remember that we voted the coalition into power. Listen to me.
Yes.
Even though Mr. Granger selected the ministers to deal with the portfolio, we the people have got the ultimate call. And right now we're saying that we'd like to see Mr. Ramjatan move from his portfolio. We'd like to see Mr. Gladwin Samuels move from his portfolio. And we'd like to see President Granger. Well, cool, that too. But we'd like to see Mr. Granger unshackle himself from whatever prison he has put himself into and really do the right thing by knocking off incompetent ministers and incompetent operatives of the system. Yeah. This is the 6th anniversary of APNU. And if after 6 years he can do inner reflection, self-reflection of the organization, he and Mr. Harmon and them put together, but they're going to fall on their face.
He needs to consult with the security advisors too, on a regular basis.
They need to listen to what the people are saying. They've divorced themselves from the bosses. And the bosses of this country are the people
Mom, let me ask you a question. You ever went to prison?
Yeah, 92 I went there.
Tell me some of your experience in the prison.
We get cigarette.
How long is when in prison?
6 months.
6 months, yeah. Give me some of your experience.
I learned from it. I learned for fight.
Yeah.
Because an Indian girl and a black girl got one color bucket.
Yes.
And I pick up the black girl bucket, which is I supposed to pick up the Indian girl bucket.
Yes.
The black girl tell me that she gonna beat me. I said, girl, you don't have to beat me because he's in jail. We there and we gonna fight when we
had the same size like this?
At the most slim.
Okay, okay, go ahead.
We gonna fight because we can't go nowhere else but in the jail.
In jail, that's right.
I fight, I stand up for my right.
Yes.
Nobody ain't digging out me eye. And when I'm ready for come home now, there is one other days on you.
Yes.
And they want to put me in a say, and a bigger man used to go up on ship.
Yeah.
She tell me for don't take no lock up.
Yes.
They got the next little coat where they call you. Forgot the coat.
What they call that?
The OC.
The inner coat.
They got the next little coat like this. And if you do wrong thing, you just got to go and say.
Like what?
Alright, this is how I see the prisoner give the matron when she family brings she shoes and she dress and so.
Yes.
She did give the matron the thing for sale and bring milk and whatever.
Yes.
And they want to put me in the sand, the lady just tell me for say that and I said
And there's a petty thing you're talking about.
Yes.
There's a petty things you're talking about. You go ahead.
Yes.
I want to listen. Yes.
They said that I go for me go with one name, Paul Mati Leslie, and I turn Ciceran. It's not Ciceran, it's we see. It's the young attack.
Yes.
Mr. Sharma, I learned a lot. I was raped, I was banged, I went to jail.
Yeah.
What more? I don't even want to see me.
I'm going to get raped. By who? By who? By an officer? No, not Cardi. By who?
I had a friend what they with, and after 6 months I didn't see him.
Yeah.
And I got library this gonna see.
Yeah.
And because I give you a little hard mouth, he came me right by North Road there. Mr. The church there, a little hot.
Yes.
That was a casual thing every week they're doing young girls.
Okay.
And when I got the station now, the police overheard my name and tell the CID don't carry me no way.
Yeah.
They carry me to the hospital, they bring me back.
Yeah.
Then he go and bring a woman, and when he bring the woman say yes, I went by the woman, yes, but I didn't thief your jewel.
Yes.
And she said that I thief your jewel. I go in front of Sahotra Dube Dial, I will never forget that woman with a red tickle.
Yes.
She put me on $25,000 bail. Wow. I was 9 when my father died.
Yeah.
When my mother gonna get that money, them kind of money there for bail me. So I had to spend 3 months in Easter Penitent lockup. And Inspector Simpson take me out of there. And when he take me out, carry me straight at wagon wheel, I didn't mind, and carry me home at the house for live.
Yeah, okay.
Then what?
These are some experience.
Inspector Simpson dead now, right?
Yes. Then he tell me for cook for his son and his daughter. Yeah. He ain't come the weekend. Next you know, the little boy robbing me Bobby. I was just 18.
Yes.
And I cook the next day. Yeah. And when the little girl come, I tell she girl came into the stelling and I come home. Okay. When I now go by my grandmother, my grandmother that time death announcement they on radio.
Yeah.
I death announcement on radio when I heard Simpson. There was 2 Simpson then. And when I hear Inspector Simpson from court to die, my whole pores raised.
Okay. Why?
Because he died, he was good to me. Who would have taken me out of jail?
Federal agency, man.
Very good report to bank. Thank you, Sam Garvey.
No, I'm sticking to the topic here.
Raman?
You mean what she said?
Give me some your experience in jail.
You mean what she said?
Give me some your experience in jail.
I was in Camp Street, you know.
Yeah.
We were...
How long you spent in Camp Street?
We were charged, political charge, and we were
in fact, you're charged.
Yes.
Good. Go ahead.
But we didn't have enough.
What is your experience?
One night only.
Yeah.
What? One night only.
What happened one night?
We had it. We only stay one night.
Yeah. One night only.
One night only. So I didn't have much
Minister,
experience.
not
I
more
didn't
to
have,
you.
I was charged for conspiracy to commit murder in 1973.
Yes.
And I was held at the Leonora police station
Yes.
during the Burnham government time, because we were trying to prevent them from rigging the election.
That's right.
In
I can remember,
1973.
I can
Remember
recall
that?
I can recall that.
So I was in. I went there for political reasons, not for any chiefing or corruption or all kind of thing. Nobody can charge me for corruption.
I must tell you, Rahman, you're the first one I interview.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I the first one interview Rahman.
When I came back, yes.
I came back in England.
You must find that thing though.
I'll find that table and bring it.
And Mr. Sharma, 28 years I self-employed, right?
Yes.
And now the sanitaries close me down, I tell you, right?
Okay.
They close me down, they stop the public assistance. What they want to do? I gotta go do guard work now.
So what type of work are you do? What was your occupation now? What your present occupation now?
Nothing, I ain't doing nothing now.
She's a businesswoman.
What
28 years I mind my children in my business,
Yes.
5 children.
What business
Selling
is it?
sauce, black, putting China Pilori, egg ball and these things.
That's how you're doing that present now, right now?
They stopped it since the other day. They stopped it since
could get a work
January.
in-
Why just stop it?
But I go back. The service said I cooking, I got for
You need
sealing
the
like
curry,
this.
curry in a hurry, yeah?
I told her, sealing it is not a problem. My house, what that I'm living in, lean and it got to make. I got 2 sons in the interior, they say water, they no money.
She might
They-
marry you.
I will try to help you out. Because you tell me you know cook, you know what they say that.
Yes.
I can see you hardworking woman.
Yes.
But I got to try to help you. I got promise you, I'll try to help you.
Curry in a hurry.
Right? Okay, good. let's go there for right now. Colony, hello? Hello? Hey, Colony.
Good afternoon, Mr. Sharma.
Good afternoon.
Mr. Sal,
Yeah.
listening to you all the time, right? You and the man at the my extreme left,
Yes.
claiming that certain minister should resign. And I deal exactly with the fire.
Yes.
Calling for Mr. Ramsey to resign.
Yes.
Calling for the head for the
Yes.
people to resign.
Yes.
So, therefore, some of you don't do your own investigation and come to your own conclusion.
Yes.
But let me say if they should resign.
Yes.
Tomorrow, President Granger should start firing from under the public servant over the public, permanent secretary, who said he said go home,
Yes,
like
yes,
he did
yes.
in 1992.
Yes.
And nobody must risk.
Yes.
Because, Mr. Sal, you don't know nothing but national security.
Yeah.
You don't know nothing. And I want you to tell the public what is your contribution to this country for the last 15 years, Mr. Sal.
Thank you very much. Yeah, Mr. Sal, what is your
You
contribution?
don't have to answer
Let
that.
me hear.
You don't have to answer that. What you have to
No,
answer?
no. The answer.
No, but
What
about
is
his
my contribution
Yes,
to this country for
yes,
the last
yes.
15
He
years?
doesn't have to answer
Oh,
that.
man, hold on.
Culture and politics.
You're not Derek's program. This is me, Derek.
Oh, well.
You gotta answer
Put it
the
this
question.
way.
Yes.
I've been back in this country
Yeah.
for the last 7 years because I lived for 25 years in
How many years
Toronto.
spent in jail?
I spent two weeks in jail
Yes. For what?
for remand
For what?
in 1981.
For what? For what?
Alleged robbery under arms in listen to me,
yes.
1981.
Yes.
I was slapped with a false charge of robbery under arms,
Okay.
December 5th, 1981.
Yes.
I spent 5 years going to court in this country to clear my name. In 1986, I won my case on no case submission. Stanley Moore was my lawyer.
Yes, I know.
All right,
understand.
good. They accused me of robbing somebody in East Street, some Pereira people of $250,000 in
Yeah.
gold and thing. Me, Dan, Sugar, Wesley June, Trevor Brown, Trevor, and my brother, who was a police at the time.
Yeah.
I was the innocent one. And this is why I could sit here and face people and nobody can put the finger in me eye
So
because
what-
here why?
so-
Now in jail, while I was in jail for remand, I got my locks cut off.
yes.
My first set of locks, right? In fact, Rabbi Washington was the man who bailed me out the
Yes,
first time and then go and pay back money under the table for take back the bail bond and make I go back in remand the second time.
Why you were dismissed? Starbury States. You're
What's
working
that?
Starbury?
Was that? No. I worked with the
Hold on,
Chronicle
hold on.
newspaper
Yeah.
as a senior reporter. I used to be
Report,
in the information officer, the Ministry of Information, and I also worked at Kaiser News as a proofreader. And while in Toronto, I published my own newspaper for 17 years called Uprising. Now, since I've been back in Guyana, I've been doing cultural activism. I've done many productions on stage and radio, but more than that, I formed a political party several years ago, 2 years or so ago, called Healing the Nation Theocracy Party. Now, I publish a newspaper called Unite.
Yes, I mean newspaper, yes,
Yeah, it's
yes.
right here, Unite newspaper.
yes.
This is what I do. right? I do this, and I also have an online publication called weekendpostgy.com. People could log on to that right now. Weekendpostgy.com. My plays, I did Burby Surprising. I do historical plays. Burby Surprising, Legend of Victoria Village, War. I've done Obi in Court. I've done a lot of work. But more than that, my contribution to this country is in the area of culture and spirituality.
Okay.
As a Rasta man, I stand up for justice, truth, and right, and also represent the Almighty Jah, Rastafari, by helping people, by being a servant of humanity. That's what I do. In other words, I bring a level of essence and soul to the community because of the way I live and what I espouse. I espouse righteousness through the lifestyle of a Rastafari, which is a life of love and caring and being in one with nature and being in unity with the Almighty and being in unity with your brothers and your sisters. So when people ask me what is my contribution to humanity is just based on something called love. I spread love in the community.
How many children you got?
Plus you have 12 children.
I met 12 children.
How much children you have?
I met 12 children with 5 mothers. I got 12 grandchildren, and I said the word is love.
How many charge you get for child support?
No, I never had a charge of child support because I support all my children as much as I could. And right now I got a 4-year-old daughter, and I'm supporting her as much as possible. Her name is Asset. 3 months ago, my 4-month-old son died. I still active. Buddy. I'm looking for another child.
What really you use?
What's that?
What do you use? Marijuana?
No, I eat a lot of Ital.
Okay.
I use a lot of marijuana. I use a lot of Capadula, Granny Backbone, Panty Bora, Auntie Desmond.
What's Panty Bora? What do you mean by that?
Those are herbs. These are natural herbs. Panty Bora.
What do you call the Panty Bora? Why you call it?
I don't know. It gives you a lot of stiffness.
And you do plenty of exercise.
I do a lot of exercise. I read a lot. I keep my mind sharp. But more than that, I love nature, I love animals, I love people, I love me.
And you're a happy man.
And I love the Almighty Jah, Rastafari.
Nobody can love more than yourself.
Just laugh and say something. You must laugh if you're able to laugh. Make joke on so, you know?
Yes,
Yeah. This is not a joke. This man's talk very serious.
No.
He's a happy man.
He's
He's a happy man.
He's a
That's
happy
what I'm saying.
Yes, Jan Rasa, he's a very good man. This chap.
He's
Very
educated. Yeah.
Very, I know him. I know him long. I know you long.
Thank you
I
very
know
much.
you long.
All right.
Don't believe me, no, I know you very, very good.
Thank you.
I know you very good. You're a good, decent man. You're a decent man.
Thank you.
He's a good man. He's a good man. Very good man.
I praise Jah a lot. I've dedicated my life to Rastafari. I did that when I was put in jail. I said, Jah, if you get me out of jail, I serve you for the rest of my life. And that's why I'm so not just fanatic, but I'm so tight with the Almighty because He saved me.
He escaped from Burnham. Yes, boy. He escaped Burnham.
He's a good man.
He's a good man too.
But like I'm the only man that never went to jail. This is crowd here.
You gotta go now.
But the jail burned down. But they're not the jail burned down, so you know there's no jail to go to anymore.
Call you in the head. Yes.
Yes. You guys are laughing some of them and talking too much.
Yes.
Now, we voted for the coalition.
Yes.
Change.
How you know how much I you vote for the coalition? How much I know you vote for the coalition? How much I know?
No, listen to me carefully. You don't have to verify whether I vote or not.
Yeah.
There are many matters before the
Yes, you telling me that.
For example, Mr. Sankey, I had a teacher of a big school in Georgetown who would have used over $3 million of school and PTA funds. The matter was investigated by the Ministry of Education. Auditors went, conduct the investigation, find the fact finding, the hesitation to the school creating chaos, and no action is being taken away. Actually, officers always taking our time to make sure we follow the rules and proper protocols before we send away the century. She would have been a bully since for a number of years at the school. The PTA is not given a chance to function effectively, and she's still there causing chaos. And this new CEO, who's a corrupter from 6 years ago, continues to head the Ministry of Education and is doing actually nothing.
Who's the ministry that time? Who's the minister that time?
Before the CEO and the PS to make the decision.
Okay.
For the last 2 months, you're here with no decision.
Yes.
School will reopen in September, and she will remain right there. The start and the few funds because she's playing a bully.
Carter, thank you very much. Thank you very much for your information. Thank you very much.
I got to look into these matters.
We went before Nicholas Henry and Minister Ryan, and he was dealing with the matter. And to my surprise, and that's what the poor man. And the man was very stern on the matter.
Okay, thank you very much.
Was the way forward. Education is a blasted myth.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Teachers are taking advantage over PTAs and the parents' monies. These are the monies of the public purse.
So what is the solution? What do you think is the solution to the problem? What do you think is the solution to the problem?
Because if you just want to spend up all these monies of the schools and nobody's looking into it. You have PTAs, there's a PTA coordinator, a new person, but then the Minister of Education has the same corrupt officer who's been there how much years that they chase Sunday for Monday. That's why we get all the criminals in the system and what's happening because they're encouraging it.
Okay, thank you very much. Caller, hello? Hello, caller.
Yeah, good. The whole entire panel.
Yes.
I was listening to the program all the time.
Yes.
And the Rasta man want Mr. Trump to step down.
Yes.
But he's talking about love.
Yeah.
Do you have any love into your heart and you need that man to step down? Why? It even say give him a chance.
Yes.
I can't see love there at all whatsoever.
Caller, thank you very much. This is if you remember the public. This is their view on the public.
He said love.
Caller, hello? Yes, thank you. Give me some of your review.
Well,
we deal with people of you now. Yeah.
On the...
On everything, open line.
The guy who just called,
yes.
he was procurement educated. This is not the first time he's criticized the discrepancies and corruption. But no, I don't think anybody's paid heed to what he's been saying. I don't know.
But there needed to be a complete. There needed to be a complete revolution as far as the education system is concerned, because the fellow who called in have been calling in persistently and complaining about the system, the institution that they have had since the PPP time. And a lot of these people, as I have been saying, need to go. You cannot have incompetent people. And look, one of the problems we're having now, Mr. Sharma, is to clean the desk. You've got to clean up the place. When Mr. Granger came to office the next day, where was he? You remember where he went?
I can't remember.
The arch.
No, yes, he went to the arch. He started the process of physical cleanliness. That's what he did. It was a symbolic move on behalf of by the president to show, to give leadership to this country that he wanted to clean up the derelict that were created by Jagdeo and his acolytes. All right? And people have got to give credit to that. We lost leadership in this country. Mr. Granger has brought back leadership to this country. You can't, leadership, when you assume leadership in a society like ours, like what this lady, the experiences she has had, and we have to be thankful that she's brave enough.
That's right.
To come here and tell about her experience. One second. She, because what she has experienced is a reflection of a very deep social crisis that we have, and cultural crisis that you've experienced in this country, where men
take advantage,
have got no respect for our women folk. That is what she has brought out. And we have to change that. Mr. Granger, how we can change it? Oh, you give me some time. Don't cut me off. I will explain. I will explain. No. Hold on. No, you asked me a question. No, am I not supposed to? Ladies like am I supposed to answer?
Hold on. You're proven guilty.
We need. I just started with examples. We have to set examples. Anything they can say about the president, he has set example in terms of morality, in terms of standing up for what is right, and be firm with those lawbreakers in this country. We have plenty of lawbreakers. The first lawbreakers are those lawyers, the legal profession. You cannot go to no lawyer place and get justice.
True.
They start to charge you money, and they have no account for what they're charging you. In the legal profession in England, every penny that you pay a lawyer, you have to write it down and write to them saying what you charge up. Or if it's a letter, you have to say. If a telephone call, you have to say. so that people are shortchanged in this country. So that's where we have to start, with the legal, with law and order.
Let me ask you one question.
No, let me finish.
Please allow him.
Hold on.
Yeah, okay.
You have to get some humor.
I'm going to finish.
Yes.
I'm going to finish. So that's where we have started, and each and every one of us have got to set the example, like Mr. Granger and his wife.
Yes.
Mr. Granger's wife goes around the country,
Yes.
and she does practical things to enhance and empower our women. She's showing that. Mrs. Granger is actually showing that.
Yes.
Taking time off. Nobody's paying her to go to these places, bringing people together, educate them about businesses and so on, and getting finance for her. This lady is one of them who should go there so that she then can get help. You come to the right place. Because Mr. Sharma promised he can help you. Right?
Yes, I will try. I will try.
Have I made my case?
I will try to help.
Have I made my case? How are we going to change this thing? There's a lot of things that needs to be done, Mr. Sharma, and the government has to be given the time to do it. Or we can't have incompetent ministers.
During your time, you're in Congress, probably retreat you have done for you.
I never go retreat.
She never go retreat.
Why do you go to retreat?
I never go last year, October, this magistrate. I don't know what she want from me.
What you want from me?
This woman, me neighbor, always telling me about a mad, Mad people just eat out the garbage. They don't eat in the kitchen. They just eat out the garbage and just walk the street naked. I never. 15 years back, I was sick. And Dr. Harry, I taking Dr. Harry medication.
Dr. Byron Harry.
So she always telling me about a madman, and one day I shy she down with coconut shell.
Oh, I shouldn't do that, should not do that.
No, after she tell me a madman, she can't get her finger and put in my mouth. So I shy she down.
You're say you mad now?
I disgust. So
okay.
shy she down.
Oh, that's anything.
Anyhow, we end up in court. This magistrate ain't even give me a time for talk. She ain't want to give me justice. I take my own justice. In the court of display.
Okay.
With display,
Okay.
Now, GRA boss, Mr. Stacia, is saying that a lot of the culprits who are not paying their taxes are lawyers and doctors and professionals.
Exactly.
That's a serious allegation because those people are charging the highest rates for their services.
Exactly.
Doctors and lawyers. Why can't they pay their taxes?
And you know why they're not doing it? Because all the legal profession in the House of Parliament, they're the ones who are not passing the relevant legislation to actually make them pay their taxes, and they behave professionally. I have got, look, I'm going to bring a bundle here. I can't use it now, Mr. Tom. I came to see you this morning, but I prevent your pain, by going through this. This here, I went through the papers. This is a man who has been seriously what I will call.
Let me see this.
Yes, well, I will let you later on after the program. I don't want to bring him because he had a stroke and he can't speak properly.
Just like me.
Okay. Well, he's worse than you in the sense that he can't express himself properly. You're able to speak.
Yeah.
But this is a case of serious injustice, and the lawyers who are involved.
Let me see. You gotta,
no, later. I'll give it to you.
Okay.
This is a very serious case of the level of injustice that ordinary people in this country are facing. This man's property was taken away from him, and lawyers assisted the culprits
for example, let me tell me some story. For example,
the story is that the man in this bundle here.
Brief.
Okay, I'll tell briefly. Brief. In the bundle here, the man has a will.
Yes.
It's given to his father.
Yes.
Good. What has happened is that the people, the man married back and get children, right?
Yes.
Stepchildren,
yes.
and so on. They then took upon themselves to sell the man's property.
Yes.
Not knowing that the man had given a will to his son.
Okay.
He took it to lawyers.
Yes.
And the lawyers made out the papers, went to the court, got the property in their other people's name, and now the man got to fight back to get back his property.
Oh, come on.
I mean, that's the summary. I mean,
yes,
more details.
That's right. Yeah.
But I have many cases
like that,
like of this type, where the lawyers are involved in the corruption.
I know.
So Mr. Ramtatan needs to understand that he has to protect us from these vultures.
How you gonna protect
He's a lawyer too.
Because he needs to, because him and Mr. Anil Nandala, that is where the fraternity of the legal profession come in. Together, It doesn't matter their political allegiances.
they
They
stick
join
together
together.
as a legal-
Have you ever heard any lawyer in this country got incarcerated because they have cheated or anything to do with their clients? None. You know why? Because where is the body where you can complain to?
That's
the
right.
legal,
Complaint authority.
the bar, the Guyana
Complaint
Bar,
authority, yes.
the Guyana Bar Association. It's like trying your case in hell.
Hell, yes, I agree
You
with
can't
you.
get no justice there.
Rahman, I fully agree with you. 100%.
I made my case.
Yeah,
haven't I?
Well, one of the
Mr.
most
Sharma,
What's the
I don't
solution?
All right. Let me talk about
The
What's the
solution,
solution?
the solution,
You want-
Mr. Sharma,
Yes.
is to get an independent body of professional people who are not involved in the legal profession.
Professional to do this job.
Professor Lochman,
Which
who is a
Lochman?
professor at law.
Okay.
You got to get people of that caliber.
Okay.
Look, Christopher Ram was
Yeah.
president of the Bar Association. Ram Karan was the Bar Association
Yes,
president.
yeah.
Now Ram Karan's son is the president of the Bar
Yeah.
Association. None of them have been able to clean out the mess from the legal profession.
What Christopher Ram done for the people?
Christopher Ram has done nothing. Christopher Ram is one of the people, and I can't say it on television.
I know I can't
right,
say it. I know.
who come to you
Yeah.
to come take away your leadership of your party.
Yeah.
That's the kind of
Mr.
character
Sharma.
you're dealing
Okay.
with. That's the kind of people you're dealing with. Come and take away the leadership for your party. And he did nothing, you know. Christopher Ram
So Mr.
cannot...
Sharma did. Send you on the way.
Sharma for 25 years. Let me say this and
That
repeat
is
to
when he was
everybody.
Let me see.
Sharma for 25 years. We are celebrating the 25th anniversary of this station.
Yes.
And Cien Sharma and all the people, all his workers, his wife and everybody else, and his children, to support what is called justice in this country. And he got licked for it. And we need to defend it. We need to defend that. That is an example. And it will go down in history. It's already made history. But there's more history to come.
Plenty more.
And people have to learn, looking at this program, it took a lot from him. I used to go around with him, me and Sankis. Go around, spend our time, go around with him, and bring to the station people's problem. 4 o'clock in this morning, his wife said he used to leave the bed. And when somebody called for a problem, he was there. Now, people must have some sympathy for him at his age. That they can't expect him to do the same thing now.
That's right.
Somebody else must come and help him to do that.
That's right.
All right? So justice for all is not word only. It's really action.
Real active, yes.
It's real action that brought about the change of government. And Mr. Granger has to give credit to this man and yourself too, who have been here, and all the other colleagues who have joined you over the years to actually change the society. When you were talking, you were asking me that question, Mr. Rahman, what do you think we should do?
Yes.
Well, what do you think I come to this program for? I drag myself here. Many times I don't, I got so many other things to do. But I come here because I meet ordinary people on the streets every time I walk. And they listen to this program. They get help from this program because they call us up afterwards. And we go and we call up other people, relevant people, to get them help. Like how this lady came here. Right? There are thousands of people like her who suffer, who want to live. All they want to do is to have a job, to have a little business, to look after their children, send them to school, get proper clothes for them, food to eat. And this country can provide all of that for our people if we have good ministers who are caring. You see, look, I don't have anything personal against any of the individuals who are ministers. I don't have anything personal. I don't behave like that. What I am concerned about is that if they take on that position, they must do the work, and they must make themselves accountable to the people. They are not making themselves accountable to the people. As Mr. Granger said, you must put your ministers and public officials, their feet to the fire. What do you think he said that for? You think it was a joke?
Right now, enough of them foot burn off.
Enough
of them foot burn off in the prison camp.
No, just asking. Tell something brief. Brief why you bring you. What bring you here? Briefly tell me what happened. Why you
came here?
Last month I get a bill for $34,000. Guy would take off my water, and me go with me innocent and tell them I was stealing water, and I come for a bill for
and you get locked up.
No, they lock me up. That's 3 years. They make I pay them for 3 years.
Okay.
Now me get no bill since they put on my water. I pay $8,900 for put on 1 year, and I pay $6,000 connection fee.
Okay.
Because of the thief in water, and I cut off the water for me.
Your turn. Ma'am, thank you very much for 5 minutes, right? Thank
She's
you
a very
much.
truthful woman.
Very truthful.
I love you for
Thank you very
that.
much. Thank
I
you
will
very
got
much.
GPL for meter, them ten and I got
Oh, we got to talk next
I
time.
thief in the current.
Okay, we got to talk next time. We're going to talk next time.
Have a good day, ladies.
Mr. Jaipal, we have Jaipal and program minister in the program right now. Yes.
So
Right
thanks,
here.
Mr. Sharma. Keep up the good
Okay,
work.
take care. Have a nice day. God bless you.
One love.
Yeah.
Take care.
One love.
Call you in here. Hello?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, yes. Yeah. Okay.
This man, I was listening to this man on TV the other night, live, right?
Yes.
That this person wanted to die.
Yes.
What is his name again?
Odingo Wickham.
Odingo or
yes.
Flamingo something.
Yes.
This Mr. Ramsatan offering this man family
$1 million.
$1 million.
Yes.
That's to compensate.
Yes.
That's to compensate his family or for the life that he
For the rest of the life.
would die in prison.
Like
Now
last for
you
2
can
months.
offer somebody $1 million for a life.
Okay.
Me even be a funeral or almost a funeral
Take
is almost $1
$500,000.
million these days.
Okay.
Just a funeral, funeral alone,
Yes.
arrangement.
Okay.
Right? Now you can offer these for $1 million. At least
Well, we have the honorable
$500,000
minister,
for the
Jaipal,
vehicle
Sharma will be on here right now, next couple of minutes, so next we'll start from now. Call you in here. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes? You are here. Hello?
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes?
You're your panel.
Yes?
afternoon.
Go ahead, please.
Ex-prison officer.
Yes.
I'm saying this.
What?
He said this.
Okay.
We
Yes.
should be having police on each shift.
Yes.
That searching the officers before they go in the compound.
Yes.
No cigarette, no lighter,
Okay.
no match,
Okay.
no phone.
Okay.
And then who working at 2 o'clock?
Yes.
When you go to compound,
Yes.
with a senior officer,
Yes.
search all the buildings,
Yes.
all the mattress.
Yes.
Because some prisoners was hiking in the mattress.
Okay.
And then again, I was at the hospital,
Yes.
a clinic,
Yes.
and there was
Yes.
4 prisoners
Yes.
and 2 officers.
Yes. Okay. Thank you very much.
And
Yes.
I would ask the officer if she could give the prisoner $500.
Yeah. What they give? What they do? Give him $500?
And the officer told the woman, how could you ask me this in front of this crowd?
Yes.
I said there about 2 weeks back,
Yes.
and there were three
Yes.
prisoners
Yes.
seated.
Okay.
There were no officer there along.
No officer was not here at that time.
I did it.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Hold on.
Call in. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Gentlemen,
Yes.
Story.
Yes.
I want to make one comment.
Yes. Go ahead, please.
Honorable Mr. Jaipal Sharma,
Yes.
my son, right?
Yes.
He's one of the best educated and intelligent ministers that we have.
Yes.
He never gives
What up?
Cut up. Call in. Hello?
Hello?
Yes?
Good afternoon, Mr. Sharma, to you and your
Yes.
panel.
Yes.
Welcome, Mr. Jaipal.
Yes.
Yeah, happy to see you.
Yes.
I want to make 2 contributions towards
Yes.
the celebration.
Yes.
When the first fire occurred, right away the Minister of National Security, who's representing
Yes.
Mr. Ramsatan, he's supposed to be able to open the eyes and know that at the end of the day, the prison overpopulated.
Okay.
And they're supposed to start transferring the prisoners them out of the prison.
Yes.
Lessen the population of the prison. Secondly, the prison in Tamari was supposed to hosting remanded prisoners.
Yes.
At all times, the prison is supposed to be functioning.
Yes.
One time, as a juvenile, when you pass to the court, you can't enter the prison unless you're over 25 years of age.
Yes.
Nowadays, they got all numbers of prisoners mixed up with other inmates who are more ageable and has more experience about prison and is known characters.
Yes.
So that alone has influenced the young ones to do stupid things.
Thank you.
You understand?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
We have 25 minutes of chapel. Yes.
I want to make a statement to Mr. Saul.
Yes.
Mr. Saul, this is Snake talking.
Yes.
You like June, Dan, and all of you. Then for the same crime we were talking about that you prove yourself innocent.
Yes.
Talk the truth if you really want to tell the truth.
Talk the truth. Let me hear the truth. I want to hear the truth.
Right. So talk the truth. You understand?
I want to hear the truth now.
I went for the crime.
Yeah.
And because of Stanley Moore, who was the Home Affairs Minister,
yes, I know about that. Yes,
the system corrupt.
Yes.
You understand me?
Yeah.
And the truth was serious Stanley Moore.
Okay.
And Stanley Moore is a man, he used to back in Prime Minister Sharma.
Yes.
And he get me off of the matter.
Yes.
You understand me?
Okay.
It's the first person get released. I get released at the station.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now, we're talking about Mr. Ramjatan must resign and Mr. Ramjatan must
go
because of the negligence happening. Since PPP time, the prison overpopulated. When Bonham died, when Bonham took this country, the prison was supposed to host 250 prisoners.
Yes.
And it started overpopulated in there's one night time when Bonham died in 1985. I left from Masluni.
Okay.
And the prison started populated from since them time though.
Yes.
Not just the other day prison started to get populated. And the previous government spent 20-something years in power. And they make no effort to change our record, nothing.
Okay.
So these people that were bumping up the mouth now that the AP and AFC take over, they allow the people them and let the wars go through and they're supposed to cooperate with people.
Thank you very much.
They're just fighting down a situation and they ain't got no idea, they ain't got no business.
Okay. Thank you very much. Colin, hello?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Yes.
Mr. Sharma, is one thing I want to hear.
Yes.
It's not Mr. Ramadan going to get knocked off.
Who going to get knocked off?
It's Gladwin.
Who?
Gladwin.
Samuels.
Okay, yes.
Why
he got to get knocked out?
Hearing.
Yes.
Something going on in Chile.
I don't know.
Warden, bringing in stuff.
Yes.
For the prisoners there.
You know about it?
Huh?
You know about that?
Mr. Sharma.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah, tell me what's it.
How you feel if the prison warden will survive? Some man driving car got the one bus and motorbike and that sort of thing.
I didn't know about all of that.
That has got jail man residents and collect money.
How you know all that?
Mr. Sharma, that has got jail man residents and collect money. Them cause me corruption in jail.
Oh my,
and they're living off of jail, man.
Yes.
It's not Mr. Rapperton, he's doing a very good job.
Okay, doing a good job, yes.
It's somewhere else.
Yes.
And they just do things when you see certain people is not working.
Okay.
So it's a runnings going on all the time.
It's a runnings, okay.
Down to the kitchen.
Yes.
Down to the kitchen. The kitchen woman, she carrying away the things by bus in minibus.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
And the next thing too, they just make the prison warden bring the stuff to the gate. And when they come outside, they collect it.
Yes.
Somebody give them something.
Yes.
They can really the legacy since in Barrett Jack time.
Yes.
There's something wrong going on in jail with the prison warden. They're living off of jail men. They're going by residents and collect money and different things.
Very sad.
And the thing with the guards them.
Yes.
Something wrong. Guards is always their four corners.
Okay. Yeah, the four corners. Yeah, they're
something wrong.
So 6 corners needs to be around. 6 corners needs to be around there.
It is planned from the warden them.
1 corner, 2 corner, 3 corner, 4 corner, 6 corners. Yeah, 6 corners. Yes, I know the place. Very good.
Shama,
yes.
The warden up in over them.
Yes.
They turn the back when the motorbike come and throw the things over to get.
How the motorbikes got inside here? How they throw the thing to the motorbike?
No, motorbike just bring the person.
Yes.
And then the shy and the water turn the back.
Oh.
And the thing gone to different dormitory.
What is the shy?
Cameras.
And all sorts of things where they want to go in jail.
Oh my.
Plus the water them, they come early and duck in easy, sneaky.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your information. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Man know the whole story.
Call you on the air, hello?
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, yes. Yes.
No, for these criminals, for foreign criminals,
yes,
these to look after you.
Yes.
And I got a point, it is a major step forward. This is a part of what I'd like to hear this. So, Mr. Granger, we're talking about the copyright bill for the artists and the artists.
Yes.
Got enough youth man, this country glad to be singers, but nobody wants to take money for the work.
Yeah.
This copyright bill needs to pass. I think Rastaman shaking
yes. Yes.
This copyright bill needs to pass. Yes. People need to get a royalty for their hard-earned work.
True. Yes.
A lot of youth in this country could be singers. You know, in Jamaica they got a studio. If it wasn't for this studio could walk off the road and run through the car town. If it wasn't for the studio, there'd be no fight cartel.
Okay.
There'd be no man like Movado on your man. Because the man had nothing.
Okay.
We need that in this country.
Okay.
The copyright bill needs to pass. This is like pass Sharma. I depend upon you to push a word into this day.
Okay. Thank you very much. Japa, what do you want to see the break? Tell me straight.
Well, you had a caller, you had two callers there.
Yes.
The snake eye guy.
Yes.
And the other call that speaks about what actually transpires with these wardens.
That's right.
So we had a fire, a riot, and a COI for the Camp Street Jail in March of 2016 following the March 3rd fire. That report highlighted a number of things. 17 prisoners perished in that fire. And so what is miraculous here is that no one was burnt.
Okay.
Who was injured was the same warden. The wardens was injured, one died. So as the caller indicated, the breakdown stems from how the prison is managed by the very warden. So one or two reckless wardens caused that breakdown in the security arrangement. So who to blame? That is the question. Okay. Should you blame anyone? You should say the Guyana police force, the minister, even the president, because the president actually would advise after that fire how we should treat with it in moving those prisoners. Yes. So just imagine the entire prison system that housed over 1,000 prisoners collapsed, and they were moved to a secure location with, 9 escapees? Look at what happened in, say, 2002, February 23rd. And 5 escaped. And you ask who to blame. 5 escaped, and that administration then allowed those 5 escapees to run this country. Yeah. Without being apprehended. They allowed them to form gangs and increase and terrorize the people.
Okay.
We dealing with a situation totally different. Never heard about in the history of Guyana, maybe the wider Caribbean world, that the entire penitentiary collapsed. Yeah. And we only have an issue with 6 prisoners, and there will be a massive manhunt out there. Yeah. And so we must congratulate Minister, Vice President Ramjatan, Minister of Public Security, the Guyana Police Force, to keeping this thing under control. It was the worst nightmare of any Guyanese that would have happened. And it happened, but what transpired is that the reality people thought would have happened, that Judicial would be under fire, did not happen.
Minister,
so we must thank again the Guyana Police Force, the fire service, for containing that fire.
Minister, what some people are saying, they're saying the minister should resign. Rajat should resign.
We said that too.
As I said, compare that with the 2002 jailbreak. 5. They couldn't capture them.
And they had more inmates in the jail this time.
In the 2016 fire, there was 979 inmates there. When it had that issue with the 17 that perished.
You are saying
that report, that CI report was widely discussed in the media. What it said there, it spoke about contraband items being imported in the prison. That caller told you how it is being done.
Yeah, that's right.
And so who are monitoring the cameras? The cameras can't be monitored by the same people. The cameras have to be monitored from outside facility. We probably have to hire specialized people to monitor these cameras, even check the prison wardens, because here the caller say, things are coming over the fence. Look, my grandfather, used to live John Street.
Yeah, John Street, that's right.
I was a small boy going and spend time with my grandfather. Since then, in the 80s, people should throw plastic bag over the fence.
Yes, that's true.
Right? You know that.
Yeah, I know
we know that prisoners have the wife or the mistress or the family coming to speak to prisoners at the fence.
Yes.
So in 2016, after a number of search that was done, that angered the prisoner. I could recall the CUI saying 2 buckets, these big margarine tubs filled with cell phones. One of the prisoners in the CUI said to the commissioner, look, if you come and you found 10 cell phones, don't take all 10, take 6 and leave 4. Because what the prisoner was saying to the CUI, we need cell phone, we need marijuana. It is make us relax ourselves and be peaceful. And so when they take away all, you get us angry. And it sounds very ridiculous, but that is what angered them at that point in time.
Hold on.
What I'm saying is a complex thing. What we did after the CUI, the budget of 2017 put 300 million. After the fire in 2016, the president and the vice president and minister responsible for public security went to Mazaruni. They examined the situation. We put 300 million in the budget. And works is being done or commenced and things of that nature. So you don't just say, look, you put 300 million, you start building a facility in Mazaruni. It has to have proper examination of the facility, infrastructure, engineering estimates, and things like that. So what we did enough. And we continue to do. Matter of fact, at cabinet level, I as the Minister of Finance, because Minister Jordan is out of the country, carry things to cabinet for the prison, before the fire of the prison.
The Minister?
Before the fire of prison, we approved that the fire service, the prison service, the police service must have vehicles, because these are some of the requirements of the CUI.
Minister, the opposition leader said want to resign.
The opposition leader wants to resign?
No, opposition now want to resign.
Gino is saying.
I am saying that.
No.
I am saying, and I repeat it for the record.
You resign to resign?
Yes.
You resign?
Yes. I am repeating it. Look, I have.
Ramjat to resign.
I have a view. The minister can't say what I say because he's minister.
Yeah.
Right? I can't be dismissed. I am not a minister.
Yeah.
I represent a constituency living in the rural areas in this country. All right? So I am speaking, I have a voice for them. They are voiceless. And I am saying that with the circumstances that the minister has the fiduciary responsibility, you missed what we said, but let me say it in summary. He has a responsibility. You as minister are doing what you're supposed to do, and we commend you all the time for you and the work that we do. We say it publicly, we say it privately to you. Now we can send people to you, people call you, and you act on their problems and difficulties. You're humble, you're kind, you're courteous, you're simple, you walk on the street. Anybody can come and see you. Is that the same with these other ministers? Are they doing what they are paid to do? And I am saying, no, they're not.
Well,
let me make my case. Let me make my case. The Commission of Inquiry in the 2016 on that prison. The question is, had Mr. Ramjatan acted on those things swiftly, we would have prevented a number of things from happening. Urgently. One of the things, and I'm not blaming him for everything, Leon. I am saying, and the minister made the point, he just made the point, that the government has a vision of resolving this problem, which is to make the Mazaruni prison, they've got all the feasibility studies to do it. I commend the government for doing that. Jagdeo them should have done it. Jagdeo has no moral authority to make any comment on this particular matter.
Well, that is the point.
That's what
that is the point I'm making.
Yes,
I'm saying since 2002, when the population was already, remember with all the works that the PAP done with the Camp Street, the capacity for the Camp Street at the 2006 fire, March fire, the reports say it was 531. Prisoners must be housed there. At the time of the fire, it had 979 prisoners housed there.
And this year was how many?
Over 1,000.
And that is why we're asking for Ramjatan and Samuels to resign.
No. The Minister of Public Security and the government don't control the courts. And that is what the COI reports speak about also. The COI report saying about, look, listen, the court must determine how you sentence people. So you sentence people for every single thing. And so things like that.
Yeah, the courts determine that, but the politicians determine what the courts will do. Policy, sentencing policy, and the government has been remiss on that point.
The majority of
Carrington tried to table a bill with that regard, and it's been shelved. Michael Carrington tried to table a bill on that point.
That prison population, you know why it was that high?
Right.
Half of them is waiting for trial.
No,
half of them
that's not
is
true.
waiting.
One third of them going there for marijuana.
That's not true. What? Listen, Ramjatan.
No, we're here to discuss. I'm saying to you, what is the kind of reality we're dealing with here?
The reality is that 500 people who are on bail shouldn't be in there. That's the first point. Because they're petty crimes.
No. You're not getting the full picture. Okay. The full picture is that, what is it? Is that people in there, they're in there for 200,000 bail, but you can never pay 200,000 bail. So you're going to spend 6 months. So the bail is unrealistic.
Okay.
And so,
exactly.
And so people can't afford the bail, so they have to serve time.
Because the whole judicial system is in a mess.
This is what the reports say. Magistrates must be not so lenient. If it doesn't require that stiff penalty, reduce it. And that is what we did in terms of, look, what the minister did, 57 was sent home because they had a week or a month remaining. Early release. So he tried to deal with that. This government put night court in place to speed up the amount of trial. No, but it didn't help because look what happened. At the time of the fire, it still had...
No, it did help because, let me tell you.
So you have these issues. So what the administration is doing is saying to the magistrate, look, if you reduce the bail amount, you make it possible, or send out the people in the reconnaissance.
Let me take some call. Call in here. Hello?
Afternoon, Ian and your panel.
Yeah, good afternoon, yes.
I would just like to say,
yes.
You know, there's a serious fire in jail.
Yeah.
We, the people of this country, we are not hearing the 80s voice jailbreak. So we need to hear him come out and say something. He's the AG of this country. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Hold on. Call in here. Hello?
Yeah, good afternoon, Sam. How are you?
Good afternoon, yes.
I'm calling to let Jaipal highlight something to Jaipal. There's a half street by the name of Samaruski Grange, 4 streets away from the Harbour Bridge.
Yes.
We have a mechanic shop in a half street. We're breaking up the street. At the end of the street, when you go down more, there's a man spraying cars. So the people in the street, like the scale, come everybody go run in the house and hide.
Right.
But I'm just calling Jaipal to let him know 100 vehicles traverse a half street a day, so he must come and see the condition of the street and bring 2 parking meters.
Where's that?
This Samaruski Lagrange.
Okay.
There's a half street named Samaruski Lagrange.
Okay.
And then the next thing, Jaipal could bring 2 parking meters. I think they will get a lot of cash here.
Well,
and the next thing.
Be serious because, look, this is not a joke. And so if you're affected health-wise by some persons unscrupulously spraying without protecting residents from the fumes or the spray, you need to let the Environment Protection Agency aware of that.
We call 100 times these places don't function, you telling me.
If you have the time, come meet me if you have the time at the office, so I could take some information and take some action on that. These matters in relation to how mechanics and so operating, the NDC have the authority, the RDC have the authority to look into these things.
This is Guyana. When you call, We living here several years, and when you can't no action.
Well, you're coming to me now?
Okay, come and talk to us and we'll get it resolved.
Okay. So, I need to have the details, right?
Rastaman that you have on the program, he come from a, I know him as childhood, and he's an honest guy. I know his parents and everything. So people need to do research before.
I know he's an honest guy. I know that. I know a lot about him. I know about that.
There's a grassroots man and an honest man. Thank you, Mr. Sharma.
Thank you very much.
So this program is to address serious issues. If you have a serious issue,
Call you
community, you want help, you come and see me.
Yes,
and let me look at it for you.
Yes.
Very good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Minister.
Yes.
And I just want to make a point. Mr. Sharma, I called concerning the road that we have in Kingston here. Taxi is not coming in because it is so deplorable. Isn't it back?
Just speak a little more harder, louder.
Backstreet Houston. If you could come and shed some light for us, please, we are really depending on you.
Houston?
The whole community, the whole street. There's only 2 streets.
Which Houston? What part in Houston?
Which area?
I'm asking if you could please help us.
What part in Houston? What part in Houston?
In the 2nd Street.
2nd Street?
Yes. There Shahrukh sell the tank, the substance to come in there by Gafoor.
Okay.
Into the eastern side, like where you're going to the cave.
Yes.
Side.
Yes.
Right? If you come in there, oh, Mr. Sharma, this road is really, really bad. And we have some pregnant women here.
Okay.
Taxi is not coming in for us.
Okay.
So please.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Help us out, please.
Okay, we're going to try.
Well, we're in the process of preparing budget. So I think you got to contact your representatives so they could speak to the NDC, the RDC, so they could make representation for you. And we have to prioritize this road. This government is not in here just to build roads. We have to look after the entire country. And that was the point that the Minister of Public Security was making when a reporter asked him if he should resign, why he didn't build a new prison. And at the time of the 2006 fire and the death of 17 prisoners, the minister actually brought the cabinet the cost to build a new prison. And so the cost was very exorbitant. So at the time, we were given Gaisuku 11 billion. So we were saying, should we take away 6 billion or 8 billion from Gaisuku 11 billion and pump it into the construction of a prison? And I think that was what the Minister Ramjatan said at that press conference, and it annoyed the opposition, saying that he put in the blame that because we made enough sugar that we neglect the prisons. No, we actually put in the budget 300 million to do works for enhancement, buildings, and so forth, security, and fortify the Mazruni prison so we could send people there. We actually put systems in place for night court again. Yeah. And so we don't control the legislative arm of government. So the Chancellor, Chief Justice, the judges and magistrates should do their part.
Call you in here. Hello? You're in here.
Mr. Sharma, good afternoon once again.
Yes.
So the Honorable Minister, I'm happy he's here because I called and I asked the question earlier to which I posed to Mr. Saul, and I would have expected a more intellectual response from him. Mr. Rahman was trying to answer, but he didn't get a chance. So Minister Sharma, my question is, that jail over a decade has been cordoned off every area, north, east, west, and south. You have the CSU guards out there on a daily and nightly basis with some long guns. My question is, how Sunday could a 8 prisoners escape that kind of security ring arrangement? Minister, I'm asking that this government, don't talk about dingham money. This is the one that deserves a commission of inquiry. And I would like to hear your response on that. How come all of those police around that jail, they would have heard the alarm while a fire has broken out? It's not security training for them to then take position. Exactly. And you can tell me that all that security around the borders of that jail, prisoners could have escaped. And then Mr. Saul is going to tell me about spiritual this and jazz.
Well, that's a response you're going to get from me.
If prisoners go out there and kill and cause mayhem in this country, is Mr. Saul still going to tell me it's Jan? It's just time for us to get serious, man. We're in a crisis.
Thank you very much.
You got my point?
Good, thank you very much. Call in here. Hello?
A pleasant and a blessed good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon, yes.
Mr. Sharman, your panel.
Yes.
Honorable Minister, very blessed good afternoon
Yes.
to you. I must thank you for how you explained with the bitter crisis we are having with the prisoners.
Yes.
Now, this is basically for Mr. Rahman. Every Saturday, I listen to the voice of the people. Mr. Rahman is dominating that program. He doesn't even respect himself when he's calling the Prime Minister of a country Nagamutu and Ramjatan. It speaks a lot about his disrespect. It seems as if he wants to rule and everybody else is bad.
I do disrespect them, that's true.
Okay. No. You
Yes, Leon, yes.
You can't say that, no.
Yes.
You can't disrespect the minister.
He has to call the Prime Minister by his rightness. The ministers, he's talking about Holder must resign. This body must resign. There isn't even a finishing of the investigation of the prison, and everybody calling on Minister Ramjatan to resign and this person to resign. Oh, come on.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay. Caller, thank you very much.
They even.
You make your point. Thank you very much. Call in here.
Well, it's television, national television.
Yes.
All right. I spent one night in Camp Street. And that one night, a whole bale of cigarettes was thrown over the fence.
Can't be beer, man. All right. Bale. Yeah.
Yeah, a whole bale of cigarettes was thrown over the fence. They threw it by the cartoons, they opened a bale and threw it. I was at the where you call the tailor shop, where you could see over in John Street. And let me say this, who you think bring it in? The prison warden bring it and give the man in the tailor shop, one of them in the tailor shop, where he control cigarette sale. And you know what? There's a prison warden caused the whole scenario there. Not Ramjatan, not the government, not Granger. The prison warden endangering them own self.
That's right.
They're the ones who smuggling, and I could attest to that. The whole bale of cigarettes was thrown over for the one night I spent there. I saw that. But who you could tell? You can't tell prison warden because the thing about it, you're going to report them. You're in trouble. You're going in the bricks. Have a good day.
Thank you very much. Yes, Chaipan.
No, I was saying that it's national television, and so person must show the due respect. They may not agree with a minister, they don't like a minister, but look, you can't disrespect a minister
his office.
And his office, so we have to show that respect. So you could criticize the minister, but say still the honorable minister. Or honorable prime minister.
You got 10 minutes to elaborate what you want to say. 10 minutes.
So let's take the call, and the callers could direct the question.
Caller here. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Yes, right.
And you got to blame the prison warden. I the prisoner.
Yes.
KP. You can't blame the minister. The minister don't be there.
That's true.
The minister don't be there 24 hours.
Okay.
The minister be there 24 hours. All sorts of things get in the prison.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Yeah, so in the 2002 jail break with the 5 that create havoc in this country. And what occurred? A female officer was inside guarding the door. There was a male officer outside. Those escaped used a shotgun and shot that woman in her head. I think her name was, if I recall, Roxanne. And what the government did then for that person, in addition to that, the prison officer outside the gate was killed. And so, as I said before in the call is saying, they endanger themselves. Not every one of them, but few of them. Recently, I heard in the news driving to work that they lock up a guy because he drove a bag, and the bag contained marijuana. But when it fell over into the precinct of the prisons, within the wall, somebody had to be there to collect it. So the call is right. Prisoners don't be walking around all over the location saying they're going to pick up that particular bag. And so I didn't heard anything about any prison officer being charged or to be charged. So this is what we're seeing. So I'm saying as a lay person, see, if you have cameras and it's sent to all directions, you can't have the prison officers monitoring those cameras. So we need maybe a special division to set up to monitor those cameras, and then regular checks. The police must go in, not just prison warden to checks. So usually they do these checks every 3 months, and the police will assist in these checks. So everyone must be monitored. Every single body should be checked, including the prison wardens when they go in and leaving. So these are things you have to ensure for the security.
Could I ask you a question? Could I ask you a
Got
question?
it. Hold on. Gandhi, hello? Hello?
No.
Yes, hello?
Hi.
Hello? Go ahead, Ram.
Look, my position is this. A minister and an official of a government, they're two separate things. Governance and the state. When people are elected and a new government comes to office, it has ministers. The people who are working with the state officials of the government, like prison officers, police, teachers, and so on, they don't change when a new government comes into office. The new government changes those officials if they are found to be incompetent, corrupt, lazy, and all of that, because each of these people, they have a job description, a job specification, and a contract of employment. No.
Yes,
I just want to make this point.
Yes.
What is the role of the new government who has got ministers who are there like yourself, who we say over and over again is doing more than what your share is? What your share is. My question is, what are the other ministers doing? Who they come to become?
Yes.
Mr. Samo,
yes.
I heard some comments about the prison.
Yes.
I would like this question to go direct to Mr. Jaipal.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Now, Mr. Samuels is an enforcer. And if they can get Mr. Samuels away from the prison, that would be the best interest of the prisoners.
Yes.
He is the person that is standing between the prisoners and the government.
Okay.
The saying that the throwing of the things over the wall, let them know that persons put things in a soft ball, bounce the ball, and then the next thing bounces over the prison wall.
Okay.
The arteries in the prison are the persons who collected these things, and they, by the time an officer could rush to them, they don't dispose with it.
Okay.
The sorting of the prison need to be done like what uses to happen in the condemned division. On every shift, they sort them. That time was 6 to 2, 2 to 10, and 10 to 6. They gotta get up and sort them. They have a senior officer on the landing with a junior officer in the inside. They used to got a thing called seal packet. That's where the keys used to be lodged.
Okay. Thank you very much. They don't have much time to wait,
Yes. So,
Thank you very much.
We ought not to blame the government nor the Mr. Samuel.
We have 3 minutes more to go.
The minister cannot be blamed for what is taking place.
Okay, call your name.
Hello?
Yes.
I want to cut it short.
Yeah, can make it very, very short.
Is the prison administration got to be blamed for everything? This highly security place in this country, and whoever going there, they're supposed to see 24 hours. So I blame and the government should move all the head of the prison there and put in new set of people.
Okay,
that's all I have.
Thank you very
much. Well,
yes. Finally, you got to make it short. Yes.
In closing, we got to keep our eyes on the ball, and there are things that are happening all the time. At the end of the coming week, there are 2 important conferences are coming up that we need to take note of. On Friday, President Granger is going to be addressing the Rastafari community at UG. There's a big conference happening there on Friday. Yeah. All Rastafari be there at UG to hear a charge to be given by President Granger, and going to surround the of reparations, and hopefully you'll also touch on the question of marijuana. And the other thing is the Diaspora Conference. A very important Diaspora Conference is happening. I think it's from the 22nd at Princess Ramada Hotel or somewhere there. Professor Ivla Griffith is in charge of that, and I think he's going to be inaugurated at the end of the process. But the Diaspora Conference is important because it will deal with issues surrounding migrants coming home and how we're going to deal with them, and when they come home, what are they going to be contributing. Diaspora Conference is very important to Guyana's future development.
Your closing remarks.
Yes, the central issue today has been the fire that destroyed prison and the escape of the prisoners, high-profile prisoners too who committed murder. Now, before we apportion blame, we need to have a commission of inquiry to find out exactly what went on there, and then we can know for sure